What day is it?
That didn't work at all.
No, that was intentional. That was random.
Wow. Whoop, whoop, and hi, everybody.
Right?
Johnny Boy. Johnny Boy.
Welcome to another episode of the FPVnoobtube Hump Day, where we put the hump in your Wednesdays. We're going to bring him in now. We're bringing it of, just forget it.
New guy.
New guy, yet not that new, but for any of you guys that spend, would you know we didn't get entry? I'm trying to push people there all the time. I was trying to get these guys in there, these acting, and then I got bored with it. I was like, nothing's ever going to be said. And then out of nowhere, it starts blowing up, and by that point, I was into other things.
Well, you know what? About every 3 days or so, I don't really know. I didn't pay attention too much.
So, Nick, do you have...
there's a lot of people that join.
Oh, what's that?
Say again?
What's the last thing you said?
I said there's a lot of people that jump in. Like every day, there's people that join.
So I've noticed. And, you know, one of the things I had to do because it was just entirely slowing down my computer for a while because everything I do is from a work computer. So it's not really oriented towards media and stuff. It started really slowing my computer down. So I had to remove it, and I removed it from my phone because then there was notifications all the time. And yeah. Anyway, so about a year. So did you jump straight into DJI using the HD products, or did you use analog for a little bit?
Nope, went right to the DJI FPV.
Okay.
I tried to talk him into getting a fucking whatchamacallit game for $25. He's like, no, I ain't having any of that shit.
I skipped that.
He's like, Apex's, DJI, all the fucking way.
I mean, I've been flying for...
Come from?
Started in planes, then over to helicopters. Now I'm here in drones.
Oh. You're one of those guys. So when you say helis, you doing the 3D helis?
Yeah, I had a Goblin 550. I think a 550.
So you're one of those guys who
and then I just
tried to chop their own faces off all the time.
Yeah. It's not dangerous. It's not fun.
So by
a lot cheaper to crash.
That criteria, this whole FPV thing is not that dangerous.
But I get to go up. You don't do that with a helicopter.
Yeah.
Well, we've seen people try, but it didn't work out too well.
I thought about that, and then I watched some people do it, and then I quit thinking about it.
Yeah. You're just like, that goblin costs way too fucking much money to be doing that kind of stupid.
Set up blades.
That's the part I could never. I briefly started looking into helis right before I discovered drones, and then it just completely shifted. But, you know, part of that was just looking at what was involved when you broke something. You know, I was about 300 in, a couple batteries and a couple tools. This is usual from 24 months ago.
Yo, noob ain't working for me either, says Eric in Messenger.
Hold on, let me just check this real quick. I wonder if YouTube's having an issue.
Maybe. It's up for me.
Well, once in a while, YouTube goes on the fritz.
Danger Will Robinson. Do they even see the chat? Oh. I see you, Raz. I see you.
Well, we'll see where it goes. I do notice that the viewers are down, meaning, you know, usually by now we've got probably 10-ish viewers in the stream, and right now we have 1, so...
We could always restart it, I guess.
I'm gonna forego that because everything I'm checking in StreamYard says that StreamYard is streaming to YouTube fine. Let me see. Let me check one more thing here.
YouTube is always a pain.
Honestly, I don't feel like we have too many issues with it.
Yeah, this is the first time in a while.
Yay, ads. Woo, glad I turned those on. No? Working good for me.
It keeps going back 10 seconds and repeating, and then when you refresh, it gives you an error.
I haven't had that yet.
I'm trying different things here, and I'm not.
Eric says it's working now for him.
Yeah, we're going to carry on as if, it's. And in fact, I see some people popping in the stream, so we're just going to go like that.
Get your shit together, Raz.
All right. So, Nick, are you mostly a freestyle guy or are you a racing guy?
I haven't done anything with racing yet.
Okay.
So,
oh, but
mostly
do you
freestyle.
intend to?
I don't know. I don't know how to start with that. So,
well, it's something that, I've dabbled in. So in the area I live, we have a multi-GP chapter that's probably half hour, 40 minutes from where I live. Now, what's great about it is perfect for the novice racer. It's a bunch of old heads. And I mean like old guys. And their idea of racing is like 20-degree camera angle puttering around the track. So, you don't roll up and see these guys screaming at 80 miles, 90 miles an hour and wondering, how you're ever going to fit in. You roll up and these guys are like flying in circles around gates and just doing whatever. And so like you have none of that normal pressure.
Seems like a great way to start.
Well, it is. And honestly, most of the multi-GP, unless you're in like a real FPV hotspot, which you're not, if you find a nearby multi-GP chapter, you're going to find that you've got a lot of people that are probably of similar experience level. You've got a few people that are more experienced, people that only race and don't freestyle. And it's a good mix of different aspects of FPV. But you start to learn control really, really fast. And so then when you think about things like hitting gaps and it gets so much easier because now you're really used to flying your drone and how it flies and learning how to point it and steer it. And I'm not a big racer. Like I don't get my jollies off by racing. I don't get that much enjoyment out of it, but I learned a lot from doing the little bit that I've done.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be a thing that I put a lot of time into.
And the guys where we live, there's 3 of us noob crew, and we've got a few other people speckled around. Once in a while, we'll roll up to a spot that's got a little bit of open ground, and, I've got 3 gates, and MD95's got a few gates, and I think even Eric's got a few. And sometimes we'll just throw them up, and even though we're busy flying circles around bushes, we'll start running some laps and, make some bragging bets about laying down some circuits, and we'll run them around for, 20 minutes before we get bored with that and start flying under trees again.
Yeah, I think that'd be more my style.
Well, we have a lot of fun with freestyle, Our biggest problem where we live is that you have a lot of parky type spots, but you can only fly so many parkish spots before it's just another spot with trees.
Yeah.
So we, a few years ago, we kind of wet the whistle. We started doing like day trips or even weekend trips. We'd go out of town and go, outside of New York City or, outside of Baltimore or into Philly, and we'd fly a bando here and there and just really started getting those different areas. And you get really inspired when you get there, but not just because of the flying, but it's so much fun to walk around those spots too.
Oh, bandos are my favorite. Well, no, I'd take that back. Brandos are my favorite. Have you heard the term before, Nick? You weren't arrogant. You were just confident.
I needed a point in the right direction to prove me that I was wrong.
Right?
There you go. You got it.
Right up our alley.
Well, for some of you Michigan guys, and especially some of you Eastern Michigan guys that either will catch up with the stream later or even in here now, Nick is in the Flintish area. So we've got a guy in Saginaw in here, that's Plummet, and Night Train FPV, if you ever see him either here or even over on the Discord, is more up in the Midland area. But the two of those guys are brothers.
Yeah, everybody says restart the damn stream.
Okay, well, then we are going to bounce it. We will be right back.
I'll get you a new link, Nick.
He should still be here.